Hey, it's NC Health Life Coach here. Welcome to the Crook'd Kitchen. And today we are going to be making nut cheese. It's one of my favorites, and what's really nice about it is it can actually be a recipe that is changed into a couple different other recipes once you make the base, which is really nice. It can be thinned out and made into more of like a cheese sauce. And you can toss that in spaghetti or anything like that. Put over chicken is really, really good. As well as actually folding that into and blending it with some steamed cauliflower, which makes it extra hearty and cheesy and delicious. Then you can also make it a little bit thicker and keep it a little bit more crumbled. And you can kind of use that as like a feta, kind of sprinkled over salads or anything that you want to use cheese for. You can also kind of put that on sandwiches or whatnot. Personally, I like the spreadable kind for sandwiches, as well as, dip in veggies and gluten-free pitas and all sorts of things. So let's get started. What I have here is 1 cup, a big cup of cashews that are raw. Cashews and nuts are a good source of protein and fat, so you definitely want to snack on those. Great healthy snack. So you want to soak overnight or at least for 5 to 6 hours. So we're going to strain that from that soaking liquid. And then we want to put that right into the food processor. Some people use the VitaPrep or a blender. For this particular one, I prefer to use the food processor because you're basically making kind of like a hummus consistency cheese. So food processor is a little bit better because I feel like you end up adding more liquid to the VitaPrep to get it actually smooth. So we are adding those nuts there, and we're just actually going to pulse to break them up. So we're getting it to almost like the consistency of like corn, a little cornmeal, a little bit tackier than that obviously because it's been soaking. Or, even you could say like pie crust before you add the liquid. And so we just want to do that and then pull it out. We're going to scrape the sides. And what we want to do is I have sliced up some garlic chives, which are delicious and fresh. I put a half a teaspoon of dried oregano, as well as a 1/4 teaspoon of onion and garlic powder, black pepper, and then a half a teaspoon of salt, as well as 2 tablespoons of nutritional yeast. So I'm putting that all in there. Yum. So excited. I love nut spreads, nut butters, nut things. They are really nice, especially if you're like going dairy free and you still want that nice, creamy thickness that cheese brings to like a lot of recipes. And this is a good substitute if you're not allergic to nuts. So then we also have 2 tablespoons of lemon juice with the zest. So for this lemon, it was about a half a lemon for those 2 tablespoons. And then I just zested half of it before I actually juiced it. And then what we want to do is put that on, start processing it. And then I have about a 1/4 cup or more of nut milk. You can use water, that's fine, but I just, make it even better. So I added that, we'll mix it, and then I'm going to turn it off real quick. Check it out. If you feel like it's still really thick, you can always add a little bit more liquid to it. Get a little scrape down. I'm gonna blend it a little bit further. Ooh, herbs and delicious. I'm gonna probably put these on my roasted chicken. I ground roasted chicken with sweet potato to make little patties, and I'm gonna do a little bit of a roasted chicken sweet potato burger with a little bit of this herb nut cheese on there. I think it's going to be fantastic. So that's kind of what it looks like. Nice and thick. Wonderful. I'm gonna put this right in here. And it will thicken up a little bit when you refrigerate it. So if I wanted it a little bit less wet, then I would have added just less liquid and then get it to more of that crumble consistency and have that, as well as if I wanted a little bit thinner. I highly recommend, though, if you're making a thinner sauce, like nut sauce, I would actually transfer this or just do it all in the Vita Prep instead. And that will give you a really nice smooth consistency. Let me clean this up a little bit so then you can kind of take a look at it. Delicious. Boom. There it is. And tastes good too. You can do fresh herbs, dried herbs. It'll keep for about 5 or 6 days in the refrigerator, but we'll see if it lasts that long. If you don't like nutritional yeast, you can take that out of the recipe. It just won't be as cheesy as you are anticipating, but that's fine. But it's a really, really nice added recipe to have in your back pocket because it's so versatile. So if you have any questions or have comments, let me know down below. Again, this is Marcelle Crooks, MC Health Life Coach in the Crook'd Kitchen. Have a good day.